Dimitri comes in at 9. It's his birthday.
Yes. And I got him this.
What's this?
So that's something, that's part of Dimitri's gift. See, I gave him one. These are in very high demand. That you can only get them at Target. They were on Amazon for $80.
Did you spend $80?
No, I wait until cut in half, $40 for a 6-pack. Yeah, so when he comes in, I'm just gonna like play a song for him. I know it'd be so cool if he showed. Fuck.
Not Ian. You're Ian.
What's up, man? I was just looking at this cool board.
Doesn't look very cool.
Huh? This is where we are on like building the cap product. And then, so this goes down like by each product.
Yeah, so for the Wizard Master Vaults, in terms of finicky wood, this has definitely been the most problematic. In general, Master Vaults, we did a complete overhaul on how we were gluing them up. We were using vacuum tables. I mean, we can go take a look at the setup if you actually want to see that, what it was versus what it is.
Hey, one thing that's neat though is like, you can definitely tell what's popular. Thief! Wow, Wizard, a whole ton. I'm just gonna take a wild guess. I bet the ones that we're having problems with just happen to be the most popular ones. Is that true?
Typically, yeah. Thief isn't much of an issue anymore. Wizard still, at least on Master Vaults, still probably our most problematic.
I want to see these racks you're talking about with hundreds of vaults laying on them.
We didn't have
there's a whole bunch. Look.
Over there.
This is our kickback shelf. They did the quality assurance step, and there's some minor issue, which I can't even find. What does that mean?
They overbroke the edges, so they need to go back and bring back that crisp.
Oh, really? I don't know. I think it looks kind of good. Maybe we're being too picky. Oh, here we go.
The biggest issue here, if it's got cupping like this on it, when you sit them together, they rock.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. Normally what we would do at that point is we take a piece of sandpaper mounted on a plywood and then just go like this a few times, and that levels it out so you get a nice firm thing. With the veneer, you can't really do that because then you'd sand through the veneer and it'd look like garbage. We were using these vacuum press tables over here. Originally, the biggest issue we were having was because we weren't necessarily always getting even pressure on here, the cure time, blah, blah, blah.
So how does this even work?
Essentially, we get our blanks, we put one piece of veneer on each side, we line up several of them, we got a caul on top of this. This thing sucks all the air out, generating downward pressure, and then it just kind of cured over time.
What's the difference between this and just like putting something heavy on top of it?
Fundamentally nothing. Like, the vacuum press is just putting the weight of the atmosphere on it, which is very heavy. Just load some in and throw that caul on top.
Initially, we were putting a large sheet of veneer on it instead of the individual pieces like this.
Cutting them after?
Yeah, if you just put veneer on these things and then you load a caul on it and then the downward pressure comes in, if that veneer shifts, you're fucked.
And then, you gotta close up the end of the bag. You clip the C channel over it. We're gonna click that on. And so that's the vacuum pump right there, which is now, you can see it sort of shrinking a bit. It's just sucking all the air out of it. Very slowly, there it goes. You can see as it pulls down tight. You can see I also didn't put a block under the end, so if you look, take a shot this way, you can see it's like bending half-inch plywood. We could probably snap that. Main advantage to the heated veneer press as opposed to this is this doesn't speed up how fast glue dries. Whereas the heated press, there's a certain temperature where the glue cures, so it just heats through the veneer until it hits the glue line, and once it holds the glue line at that temperature long enough, it's done. Oh, there you go. Just closing one right now. So these are actually prophecy toppers, but same principle applies. What cycle are you using? Like 3 minutes for these? 3:30.
We jokingly refer to this as our giant panini press.
I could make lots of paninis in this.
We need some spacers so you get the paninis the right thickness. Yeah. Because otherwise it would squish it to nothing. We'll get it nice and warm and gooey to the right thickness. Then we'll pull it out and just get a blowtorch. And you just like toast them up real quick as people come and grab them. So yeah, in another 1 minute and 50 seconds, which seems really slow when you're waiting for it to happen, but it's actually quite fast. Hey! But yeah, ooh, feel this, man. Toasty warm.
Yeah, that's nice.
So you can see like the glue line in there. And even though like it just came out, you know, it's not gonna come off, it's glued down.
It's not vacuum sealing like it is over there.
No, this is just mechanical hydraulic
pressure.
pressure. This is like a giant aluminum plate. See these hoses here? There's a heater up above that heats up fluid. It's like a mixture of antifreeze and water. So it heats up fluid, and then the inside of this aluminum plate is like all these like holes milled through it. So it pumps heated fluid through this whole plate, which is how it gets hot.
That's cool.
It is pretty neat. All right, so that's how this thing works. I don't know.
Anyway, we are sucking at production and we got to turn it around, like hard. Even on our normal accessories, cap, we dropped the ball on, and then MGT, we need to severely increase production there, and we are not increasing production fast enough. So that is what we are here to talk about. I think two things fundamentally have to happen. We need to increase productivity and increase wages. And we've got to do it fast, and we've got to take it very seriously. So anybody have any bright ideas? I've got a couple ideas.
So raises went out that the term that was used was to like level the playing field. But what about the raises that were tied to people's reviews?
We have a chicken and egg problem. Until we're pushing 20 tables through this place a day, we don't really know how profitable we are.
Right.
If we don't know if we're profitable or not, we don't even know if we can give raises.
I think the thing that happens on the floor a lot of the time is, of course, what's happening right now with the raises not going out and whether or not we're profitable. Everyone's kind of just like, what's really going on? Does me working harder mean anything?
Here's one thing I was thinking. It's like across the board, guaranteed raise in a certain amount of time, but standards are gonna be increasing during that time, and yeah, you're gonna get the raise if you're still here. That's one strategy. Another strategy would be start doing performance bonuses where like, hey, if we are hitting these targets, you just get an extra $100 a week if you're hitting your targets.
Yeah, I'm 100% sold on monthly production bonuses. That hands down works every single time. We got to figure out what the number is.
We did actually do performance bonuses for a while. Our tracking was never good enough, which is the problem. Like GSS will help. You know, as soon as you start tying this stuff to compensation, you need to be right.
Yeah.
We can't be wrong.
No, I agree with you.
And we have to have like the targets correct. It's like, oh great, it's an extra $100 a week. Is that the right number? If it's way too much, then we're like, ooh, it should have been like 50. It's kind of hard to be like, hey, sorry about that 100, just kidding, it's 50 now.
Yeah. If we incentivize them immediately, just to say, hey, we know you've been hurting, and we give them a little bit, and then we say, we're also gonna give you more if you do these things. If they're getting a sheet that says, look at how good you're doing, and this is what you're getting for it, that'll really incentivize people.
I think this needs to go up through the company. Over the next 2 months, druids that are not performing and their teams are underperforming, those druids should be demoted. Production managers should be demoted. Basically everybody at this table over the next 2 months. And I think if we're gonna hold accountability at the bottom of the company, the accountability has to be at the top of the company, or else you have a rotten organization. We've got like 2 months to fucking turn it around. We have to actually start to deliver because our customers are getting pissed off, right? It starts to hurt the brand. There were reasons along the way why we were delayed, but I think at this point now it's just our fucking fault.
We're just grasping at excuses now.
So yeah, I'm here to say the excuse train is coming to a stop. And so yeah, we all have to step it up. Less words, more action. You know, someone comes in late, something actually occurs. A run gets missed, something actually occurs. Likewise, you fucking kicked ass, you hit all the targets, something good occurs. Like we have to hit it both ways. So I think what we have to do is over the next week, we need to establish what the fuck is the compensation increase and what are the standards we're actually gonna hit and hold. I would have loved to give out raises 2 months ago. I love giving out raises. The problem is we don't have the data, but I don't think it matters. Right, at a certain point, we just actually have to move because inaction is a decision. And that is the decision we've been making, hoping to hold it off. I just don't think we can hold it off anymore. Before we have perfect standards, we're gonna have to start drawing lines. Before we have perfect accounting, we're gonna have to start increasing compensation. So Ian, over the next week, you're gonna come up with exactly what the structure is. Dale, you've gotta be fucking laser focused on getting us good standards. And then you guys need to start actively managing and supporting Dale in getting these standards. And then we'll see what the plan is.
Let's evolve. form.
No, I think this is Mega Evolution.
So this thing's called Trubbish.
That's rubbish.
Yeah.
Trash and
Hold on,
rubbish.
hold on.
That's ridiculous. And then Garbador.
Look at him running.
Oh my
Look at him
god.
running.
Trubbish and Garbador.
Just
It sounds like the Wiggles would bring out, let's bring out Garbador. Hey, Garbador. Like, it sounds so fucking dumb.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my god, there he is. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh. Hey. Oh.
Shorty, it's your birthday.